The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Anyone can do it. There ain't nothing to it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of the hill. But since we're on our way down, we might as well enjoy the ride. The secret of love is in opening up your heart. It's okay to feel afraid, but don't let that stand in your way. Everyone knows that love is the only road. Since we're only here for a while, we might as well show some style. Give us a smile. It's a lovely ride, just sliding down and gliding down. Try not to try too hard, it's just a lovely ride. Now the thing about time is that time isn't really real. It's just your point of view. How does it feel for you? Einstein said he could never understand it all. Planets spinning through space, a smile upon a face. Welcome to the human race. It's a lovely ride. We're sliding down and gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's a lovely ride. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time.
Our opening words for our chalice lighting this morning. We bid you welcome. We do not ask what you believe or expect you to think a certain way, but only that you try to live a kindly, helpful life with the dignity proper to a human being. Welcome all who believe that religion is wider than any sect and deeper than any set of opinions. Welcome all who might find in our friendship strength and encouragement for daily living. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington. My name is Mark Petrie. I'm part of the fundraising committee here at UUCF. And since I have the opportunity, I just wanted to let you all know that later this month, our members will be receiving in the mail our pledge drive materials for the year. And you might have read in the magnet already that our theme this year is No Place Like Home. And so that refers to our wonderful church home here, and also the idea that we're looking forward to getting back to normal after a period of tumultuousness, I suppose. So be looking for that in your mail later in March this month. Our Reverend Glenn Farley is out of the pulpit today, and we are fortunate to have Michael Krieger with us today. Hi, Michael. Michael is performing our music and is also our guest speaker today. And I can tell you a little bit more about him later in the service. We'd like to extend a special welcome to any visitors today. After the service, we'd like to invite you to gather at the back of the meeting house. When indoors, we are observing COVID precautions and wearing masks regardless of vaccination status. Religious education classes are being held in the social hall during the service. An usher can direct you to that location if needed. Joys and sorrows will be shared later in the service after the offering. We do encourage you to come up to the microphone to share your joys and sorrows, but if you'd rather, we do have blue joys and sorrows cards that are now in the pews for easy access. The cards can be filled out and given to the ushers as they pass by with the offertory plates and read by me later in the service. And you can also text your joys and sorrows to me. You can see my phone number listed at the beginning of the order of service. And if you would like your name to be read, you can include it in the text message in case I don't have your number programmed into my phone. As we begin our service, we remember that our UU principles begin with our pledge to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of all people. We are a welcoming congregation. We welcome into our community people of all races, sexual orientations, gender identities, and belief systems. Now, I don't believe I have any written announcements. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to stand up and announce? Anyone? No? Okay. Or do we? We're good? Okay, good. Please check your UU Farmington e-blasts or our website for other announcements about upcoming events, and take a moment to silence your phone, please. Please join me in stating our mission, which is found in your order of service. We seek answers everywhere, include everyone, and live with compassion. And please rise as you are willing and able for our first hymn, number 346 in the blue hymnal, Come Sing a Song with Me.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Michael bringing the key change. Thank you.
Well, I realized it was too low for
That's
me.
good. I enjoy a challenge. That's good. All right. Here we are. We have a reading, The Heart Knoweth by Ralph Waldo Emerson. We have a great deal more kindness than is ever spoken. The whole human family is bathed with an element of love like a fine ether. How many persons we meet in houses whom we scarcely speak to, whom we yet honor, and who honor us. How many we see in the street or sit with in church, whom though silently we warmly rejoice to be with. Read the language of these wandering eye beams, the heart knoweth. And I'll go ahead and introduce our speaker today. Michael Krieger has been earning his living as a musician in southeastern Michigan since 1992. Accompanying himself on piano, guitar, and ukulele, Michael writes and sings songs that tickle the funny bone, touch the heart, stir the conscience, and raise the spirit. For over 20 years, Michael has been working musically with individuals affected by Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, offering online and in-person sessions for assisted living facilities, adult daycares, and private clients. Michael is passionate about combining his musical gifts and a caring heart to lift up all people, particularly those dealing with memory loss. Michael loves writing song parodies, and his songs have been played on local radio stations and national public radio. Through celebration songs, Michael writes songs from scratch or parodies for private clients for all occasions. More recently, Michael has been leading music lessons for toddlers. Take it away, Michael.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be with you. I know normally your guest speaker would be at the pulpit, so this is kind of different. You get to see me probably hold up my papers as I'm talking for you, but I wanted to tell you that my talk title today is What's Possible? And as I thought about that phrase, I thought, well, you could end in a period, like let's talk about what's possible. And it could end with a question mark when you're thinking about what is possible, because we don't know until we start to consider it. And soon after I chose this title, or it kind of chose me, there were two times in fast succession that I saw the word possible or possibility come up. The first time was being in an assisted living facility. There was a quote from Oprah on the wall of an elevator that said, it had to do with having a mind of possibilities and to not put a ceiling on ourselves. And then when President Biden gave his speech, his State of the Union address, he said, America can be defined in one word, possibility. And it was just interesting me, the timing of all of that, because I had just chosen this talk title. We don't know until and unless we allow ourselves to see life through the lens of possibility, what is possible. Allowing ourselves to open to possibility is the way that we move ourselves and our world forward. I imagine each of us can think of some things we've done in our lives that would barely have seemed possible to us before we did them. Right? Can you think of anything in your life? You don't have to say out loud, but I see some people nodding already that you've accomplished in your life where maybe some years before you would have said, well, that's not going to happen. Well, I want to share an example from my life. In 1986, I was one of a group of hundreds of people who took part in something called the Great Peace March for Global Nuclear Disarmament. The plan was for us to walk from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. in support of peace and of dismantling the world's nuclear weapons. It was being organized by a nonprofit called Pro-Peace. And Pro-Peace's vision was of 5,000 of us who were going to walk, coming to Los Angeles with $5,000 each in donations we had received, so that there would be $25 million to bankroll this undertaking. The reality was that about 1,200 of us showed up, and we each had a lot less than $5,000 with us. So that was 1,200 seriously underfunded people preparing to walk across the country together. And that was a big goal, but it was possible. So on March 1st, 1986, we held a big rally at Los Angeles City Hall, and we started walking. 2 weeks later, the leader of Pro Peace came out to the Mojave Desert where we were camped to let us know his organization was bankrupt and to wish us well. Over the next few days, our support vehicles and storage trucks started getting repossessed. Many hundreds of people went home, and things were looking pretty bad. Those of us who remained began to try to figure out how we might make the rest of our journey happen without the support structure we'd counted on. We got somewhat organized, somewhat being the key word there. We began receiving donations of food and money from across the country, and we started walking again. Looking back, I don't think many of us felt any kind of certainty about the road ahead. Would we get ourselves out of the desert? Would we get out of California? Would we get to Las Vegas or Salt Lake City or Denver? Could we dare to dream that we'd make it all the way to Washington, D.C.? It didn't look likely. We only knew that it was possible. Well, we made it to Nevada, and then Arizona, and then Utah and Colorado. And we were fortunate to receive a lot of support along the way. And as you might imagine, not everyone was thrilled to have us walking through their towns. And when people wanted to let us know they didn't support what we were doing, they would most often yell a variation of this phrase, "Go try to do this in Russia." How times have changed. The implication being that while we were able to take part in this kind of thing in the United States, we would never be able to do this in Russia. Doing a peace march in Russia would be impossible. One step at a time, one day at a time, we continued eastward. Each time we crossed the imaginary line between one state and the next, we would chant, in order, the names of the states through which we had already walked, and finished the list with the name of the state into which we were crossing. And on November 15th, 1986, the chant was this: California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C. 8.5 months, 3,700 miles. We finished with a rally before 15,000 people at the Lincoln Memorial. We had made it. And we had made it because we believed it was possible. And then, only 6.5 months after our walk ended, 230 American and 200 Soviet citizens came together and took part in a quickly planned 450-mile walk from Leningrad to Moscow to promote peace and an end to the nuclear arms race. What is possible? So this morning I'm going to share a few songs that in one way or another have a connection to seeing life through a lens of possibility. Much of the work I do and have done for over 20 years, as Mark mentioned, involves interacting musically with adults who have Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia. I sing in assisted living and memory care facilities. I do one-on-one sessions, mostly on Zoom these days, with private clients. And I love this work. And for many years, I've worked with a private client named Lynn, who had been a singer and songwriter for much of her young adult life. Lynn had had a heart attack when she was still very young, after which she had been in a coma, which led to her memory loss. And when I started working with her, Lynn hadn't played her guitar for more than 30 years. Her husband, Steve, had no idea whether Lynn would be able to sing and play guitar again. He just knew it was possible. Lynn and I began singing and playing guitars together, and eventually we started writing songs together as well. And I love the songs we've written. A few years ago, during the first week of January, I suggested to Lynn that we write a song to wish people a good year to come. And this is the song we wrote. Imagine it's New Year's Day. Just start over again, a new beginning, new waves to roll, new song for the soul, new songs to sing, new ways to take wing. Hope is in the air, love for us to share. I wish you happiness, I wish you peace. May your wonders never cease. I wish the end of every fear and the end to all our tears. And for you, my friend, a golden year. Starting over again, the slate is clean, the door's wide open, it's time to be seen. New ways to move, new ways to groove. Love is all around, still to be found. I wish you happiness, I wish you peace. May your wonders never cease. I wish the end of every fear and the end to all our tears. And for you, my friend, a golden year. You can do what you dream, follow any scheme that brings you joy, and you have all you need. You can plant the seed for a golden year that has no fear. I wish you happiness, I wish you peace. May your wonders never cease. I wish the end of every fear and the end to all our tears. And for you, my friend, a golden year. When we're open to possibility, we can overcome obstacles, often of our own making. You know, I don't have to tell you this. I'm sure we all know that we're all often our own worst enemies. The world needs the best we have to offer, and it's up to each of us to allow ourselves to bring our best forward. And now more than ever, right? The world needs our best. And when we make mistakes, we all will from time to time. We need to give ourselves second chances. And this is a song that I wrote called Second Chance, with some help from my friend Dan Dubin. I got a second chance to be the best that I can be. I got a second chance to show the world a loving me. I thought I was a victim of my circumstance, but I see clearly since I got a second chance. I got a second chance to share the love that's in my heart. I got a second chance to make my life a work of art. My life looked like a real disaster at first glance, but things look better since I got a second chance. I got a second chance to sweeten up my attitude. I got a second chance to live my life with gratitude. A second chance to open every door. A second chance to let my spirit soar. I got a second chance to choose love and embrace the light. And I'm determined that this time I'm gonna be all right. Now I see life as a sacred song and dance. I hear life's music since I got a second chance. A second chance to sweeten up my attitude. I got a second chance to live my life with gratitude. A second chance to open every door. A second chance to let my spirit soar. I got a second chance to choose love and embrace delight. And I'm determined that this time I'm gonna be all right. Now I see life as a sacred song and dance. I hear life's music since I got a second chance. I want to tell you a little bit about someone who was a shining example of seeing life through the lens of possibility. I had a friend named Marty Lieberman. He was almost exactly 10 years older than I. And Marty lived in this area. I met him when I was singing at an assisted living facility in West Bloomfield, where he lived for many years. Marty had cerebral palsy, but he lived courageously and joyfully, and he lived always looking through a lens of possibility. Even though Marty's hand movements were erratic and hard to control, he was a computer whiz. He was a ham radio operator. He taught me sign language. Maybe most impressively, he had a black belt in karate, and he could break a board with his hand. Marty made a habit of bringing to fruition the seemingly impossible. And even though he had great difficulty speaking, Marty loved to sing. Every Friday where Marty lived, he and I would sing The Impossible Dream together for the other residents. And now we're going to share a YouTube video of Marty and me singing The Impossible Dream. We're going to sing The Impossible Dream. Okay. To dream the impossible dream, to fly the unbeatable flow, to live with unbearable sorrow.
to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know he'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will be peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable sky.
Marty was a beautiful person. Great joy in my life. Sometimes life feels difficult. I'm not telling you something new, particularly these days. And sometimes it's so joyous. And even in difficult moments, there's always the possibility for happiness. And our happiness can nourish others and help us do what needs to be done for the healing of the world. And there are reminders of the possibility of happiness all around us. We can make a conscious effort to remember our own happiness in tough times. Just the decision to be open to happiness can make happiness possible. And this is a song that I wrote called "To Be Happy." There's a bird in a tree, it sings a song for me, and for all who would agree to be happy. There's a song in my soul, with the words I'm in control, and the music is letting go of what controlled me. It's something I can share with you, but it's not something I can give to you. It's a gift we give ourselves to be happy. There are clouds on the sun is in the clouds. The difference only lives within our vision. There is pain in our lives, there is life in our pain. At a crucial time, we each make that decision. Well, I've decided that this life is mine. And I've decided that my life is fine. It's a gift I give myself to be happy. Love writes the song as I move the pen. I sing the song and love finds its voice again. There's a bird in a tree. It sings a song for me and for all who would agree to be happy. There's a song in my soul. With the words I'm in control, and the music's letting go of what controlled me. It's something I can share with you, but it's not something I can give to you. It's a gift we give ourselves to be happy. Just thinking about what I want to say about this song. I think this song kind of speaks for itself, just about shifting our perspective to know that it's possible for us to rise up and make positive change in the world and in ourselves first. Oh, I do want to mention that I wrote this song. It's called Love Road. And originally it was called Joy Road. And I started writing the song as I was driving up the Southfield Freeway and passed by Joy Road. And I thought somebody should write a song called Joy Road. And I thought, well, I'll do that. So it was called Joy Road, but then it morphed into Love Road. Lately, I've been wondering what is going on in this world. Why are we all fighting when we could give love? We can choose forgiveness, be a loving witness. And when hatred calls us, find the strength to look the other way. Look the other way. Take the love road, be all I can be. Gonna take the love road, feel the love inside of me. Gonna take the love road, set my spirit free. Feel the fight and keep on walking. Let my kindness do the talking. Let the people all around me see the love inside of me. We are heaven's children, big lives to be living, big love to be given. Why do we all play so small? We can all break free from old ways holding us down. See the madness all around, find the strength to live a higher way. Live a higher way. Love road, be all I can be. Gonna take the love road, feel the love inside of me. Gonna take the love road, set my spirit free. Feel the fight and keep on walking. Let my kindness do the talking. Let the people all around me see the love inside of me. It's limitless and bold, never giving up, never growing old, ever filled with hope of what we all can be. It's time to show the world the love inside of me. Let's start a revolution, be part of the solution, make our contribution, find the strength to live a loving way. Live a loving way. Gonna take the love road, do my loving part. Gonna take the love road. Gonna take the love road, live life from the heart, feel the fight and keep on walking. Let my kindness do the talking. Let the people all around me see the love inside of me. Thank you. Thanks very much. Well, first I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to speak and sing for you today. It's really wonderful to be back at UUCF. I was here for a lot of years as the music director and have a lot of fond memories of the services, the people, and all the support I received here. And thank you all for having me today. And thank you, Jessica, for being the go-between. And thanks for the sound and audio. And thank you for helping me on the service, Mark. And the last song is a song that I wrote called We Are One. And I just want to say, yes, these are difficult days and people are suffering tremendously. And we have the Russian attacks, of course, on Ukraine and the rise of strongman-type leaders all over the planet. And here in our country, civil rights being attacked by governors, state legislators, and school boards. And when I think about this, I think that when progress is made, people will feel threatened. Some people will feel threatened. And they will try to stop progress in an attempt to hold on to what they perceive as the power they hold. But real power is in integrity. And real power is in compassion, and real power is in love. And fear-based movements can never hold. Progress will happen and tyranny will fall. Love will have its way. I wish us all peace. I wish us all love. And I wish for us to all remember that we're connected and that each of us holds within us the spark of possibility. And now we're going to watch the video for my song, We Are One.
Each other's eyes. Each other's eyes, we always see ourselves. Everything that we feel is felt by everybody else. We are all God's vibration. There is no separation. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. One God's creation, and it's cause for celebration. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. God's vibration. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. There is no separation. One spirit, one love, one human family. We are one. And denying it only causes pain. Surrender your loneliness and come back home again. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. One spirit, one love, one human family. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. One spirit, one love, one human family. We are one. Oh, oh, we are one. We are one spirit, one family. We are one, we are one, we are one.
Thank you so much, Michael. Marty, just so much joy in his face. It's just got me right away there. Try to recover here. We'll move on to our offering today. As we take the offering, we acknowledge the generosity and intention to support and build this welcoming community. Okay, and we'd just like to take a moment to invite you, if you're visiting us for the first time and you're comfortable doing so, please stand and tell us where you're from and how you heard about us. We'd like to meet you. Is there anybody here? Okay. We all know everybody. That's great. Okay. And we'll move on to our celebration of joys and sorrows. Thank you, Bud. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Please rise as you are willing and able for our second hymn, number 391, in the blue hymnal, Voice Still and Small. Voice still and small, deep inside all, I hear you call, singing. In storm and rain, sorrow and pain, still we remain, singing. Calming my fears, quenching my tears, through all the years, singing. And our closing words today, this is entitled The Lifelong Goal. To wish for compassion, to pray for courage, to experience doubt, to bear sorrow, to strive for sureness, all these are qualities for which each of us should be grateful. But to feel a genuine fellowship for the whole human family, to act so that our empathy is evident wherever we go. That's the object. That's the lifelong goal.
I thought maybe we could finish by singing a song we all might know, at least a little bit of it. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. There's a bright bit of snow out on Halstead. There's a bright bit of snow out on Halstead. And we won't be so much that we'll all have to shovel. And I should have thought that through, 'cause not much rhymes with shovel. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day.